I really engaged in it. But first, I want you to look at this screen, and it just says, do you like to read? Just think in your mind, do you like to read? What's the last book you read? We already did a share of our favorite books. What are you currently reading? I'm usually reading like 5 books at the same time. You know, I have like self-help, young adult, novel, nonfiction, children's books. You know, I love to read. And as a teacher, as an elementary teacher, if you don't love to read, you get to learn to love to read. You get to fake it till you make it, because it's really important that our students see that we're readers. As you answer that question, do you like to read? What's the last book you read? Just show me fist to 5. Like 0 means I hate reading. Like, what are you talking about? 5 means I go on vacation, I'm taking every book I have, or I'm taking at least one new book. Okay, so show me on 3 at your chest. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, excellent. Now, I'm going to flip to this next slide, and I want you to read the question in your mind. Currently writing. Are you a writer? Are you like working on a novel, a piece of poetry? Or is your writing typically like pulling out your phone and, you know, texting someone, or making a list on your phone of what you need to do today? Okay. When you're in school, obviously you have writing assignments, but is writing something you choose to do? Okay, so show me again. Fist to 5. Fist means no, never, like not my favorite thing. 5 means I love it. I'm publishing my first book right now. Like, I'm a writer. Okay? Okay, go ahead and show me at your chest. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So I've been doing this for 8 years, and it is always pretty similar results. I usually have a few of you that would call yourself writers, and I usually have the majority of you that would call yourself readers. So that is where our next project and our big project for this semester is going to come in. As a future teacher of writing, you have the responsibility to teach your littles how to write. And as a future teacher of writing, it's really important that you are confident in writing yourself. What I've seen with a lot of teachers, both seasoned teachers and pre-service teachers, is we're not confident with our own writing. We're not sure how to even teach little kids to write because we haven't done enough of it to write, okay? We're scared to model write, whereas any of us can read aloud, but writing aloud or modeling our writing for kids, that can be really tricky. So this project comes from a book called A Writer's Notebook. This is the first assignment that you have in this class, to read this book by Ralph Fletcher. Ralph Fletcher is probably the most well-known writing guru for elementary, okay? And like I said, when I came to UVU, this is my 8th year, 24th year of teaching, but 8th year at UVU. I was given this book by Dr. Peterson, and she said, I always do this with my elementary classes. So I read the book and I thought, if I'm going to ask my students to do this, I guess I better do it, because I don't even really know what this is all about. So I took the charge, started doing my own writer's notebook. After about 2 years, it completely changed my life. And I renamed it the Creator's Notebook. That is my copyright name. And because what I really noticed for me and for my students was, by being a writer in this way, we were creating. We were like making things happen. We were noticing things, noticing the now, noticing the moment. Have you ever driven somewhere, and it could be here, it could be UVU, and you drive here and you get to the parking lot and you go, how did I get here? Like, I don't remember getting on the freeway, I don't remember getting off the freeway, you know. Do you ever do that? You're just so like not in the moment that you just arrive. Well, like, one thing I hope this project does is help you to look at the now. Like, what is happening right now? because now is all we've got, really. I'm gonna draw a little picture up here, and let's pretend you're driving along the road of life, okay? This is the road. And here's your little car. And here you are. Okay? And you're smiling. And you're driving along. Now, on this side of the road, there are these beautiful trees. Beautiful trees. And over here, there's the ocean. And there might be a few little potholes. But pretty much, you're just like driving along. And you're enjoying the trees, you're enjoying the ocean, driving along, noticing what is happening right now, right in this moment. But how so many of us live our lives is looking in the rearview mirror all the time. I wish I would have. What if I would have? Dang it, I should have. Would have, should have, could have. Who cares? It's past. It's done. This is where guilt lives. So if we live in the past, we miss all this. We miss the whale jumping out of the ocean all of a sudden. Or we miss the eagle in the tree. Or we might even miss the pothole. But if we're so focused in the past, we miss what's happening right now. And then if we're so focused in what's going to happen in 500 miles, this is called fear. When all we're doing is, oh my gosh, what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen in December when I take my finals? What if I don't pass? Oh my gosh, what is going to happen in a year when next summer I gain 10 pounds? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen when this? What's going to happen when this? Well, you might not ever even get there. So, part of this assignment is this. This is what we call now. And I say now is all we've really got because it is. Like, you know, it's not worth it to look in the past or to live in the past. It's not worth it to always be worrying about the future. I remember when I got married the first time, my little sister, she was 12. And she was like, who am I gonna marry? And who's my bridesmaid? Who are my bridesmaids gonna be? I'm like, sweetie, you're 12. You know, and I think, especially with the mental health issues that we're dealing with kids and with adults right now, so many of us are living here or here. So let's just all commit. We're going to get rid of this, and we're going to get rid of this, and we're really going to practice living right here. And your creator's notebook that you get to create this semester is going to help you do this. So it was exciting. Woo! I love it. Okay, awesome. Up here I have, look at this. Like I look at this and I go, I didn't know I had that many notebooks. Like this is wow to me. Like hooray, yay. These are notebooks over the past 8 years. So they're all in the past, except for this one. This is my now. And this is my notebook that I'm using right now. And one thing you'll notice almost right away is these notebooks have tabs. So they're not like a journal. When I was a little girl, every New Year's Day, my mom would give us a journal. She'd tell us all the reasons we needed to write in a journal. And I'd try to catch up from the year before. What has happened? This happened. And then I would go, oh, someday my words might become scripture. You know? So I better be really careful here. No, and it lasted maybe a week, and then I didn't look at it again until the next year. Nod your head if that's familiar about journals. This is not a journal, okay? Don't call it a journal. This is not a diary. This is a creator's notebook. More than a writing notebook, it is a creator's notebook. One of these notebooks has a list of qualities that I wanted in a husband. I wrote it a year before I met Scott. think I'm a pretty powerful creator because I can look at that list now and go, check, 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 check. It's kind of a fun thing to do. So I want you to just kind of look up here. So I have the tabs here. I have, some of my notebooks have tabs along the sides. You've noticed not one notebook is the same. It kind of just depends on what mood I'm in. I have several that are Disney because we went to Disney like in the fall and then in the spring, and Scott bought me several Disney ones. Then I've had people gift me a lot of notebooks because they know me. So I have this one, another Disney one somewhere. Anyway, these are just examples of my notebooks, and I'll give you the chance to look at them if you want to. But let's just go ahead and talk a little bit more about the assignment. Okay, Sage,